and they can leverage their social networks in order to get people to want to come work for you. You want them reaching out to their friends, and you know what? If you have a referral bonus, great. What's in it for me? You know, if you start posting out on Facebook, trying to get your friends and family, you know, to be interested in working here, it's a great way to augment with recruiting. Now, short case study before I close. Small little brand. May never have heard of them. Coca-Cola. They've been a client of ours for a while now, and we've had the opportunity to do great work with them. But one of the things that strikes you about Coca-Cola, not just that they're an incredible marketing engine, but they very early on recognized the power of social media and encouraged it with inside the organization. So they didn't block it and say, you know, you're not allowed to access this or that. They said, think about how this can benefit us. In fact, they published an online social media principles document, published to the public website. It says, this is how we want you to act in social media as a representative of Coca-Cola. And if you want to actually speak on behalf of Coca-Cola, just like getting PR trained to talk to the media, they have a whole program for you to go to. So they made social a part of their enterprise and provided direction. Now that same kind of company is the kind of company that has a Facebook fan page with over 6 million fans, slightly behind Michael Jackson, Lady Gaga, and Barack Obama, but pretty impressive for an enterprise. Now that same kind of company, when it comes to anything their different brands and groups are doing, thinks about social. And when they did their Toys for Tots, My Coke Rewards holiday program, they always do an annual holiday drive around that. They said, well, why wouldn't we use Facebook? Why wouldn't we get people to create teams of their friends on Facebook and compete to see who can give the most My Coke Rewards points in order to give toys to children? And they have a phenomenally successful campaign. That same kind of company thinks differently. That same kind of company who is very famous for their huge and giant ads that you'll see on, at the Super Bowl and during the Olympics, was willing to turn the model on its head and say, let's do a small piece that's going to start out on the internet. Some of you may have seen this. A Coke happiness machine, where we took a Coke machine, put it on a college campus, hidden cameras all around. No one in the machine, Coke machine starts to go around. Coca-Cola, 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 flowers, glasses, but in the end, a giant celery sandwich. Now this right here is the 30-second version that the full 2-minute piece first went onto the internet, seeded by their employees and by the friends of their employees and the fans of their YouTube page. All of that got out there, millions of hits. Millions of hits within the first couple of weeks. And the positive dimensions around the globe were truly staggering. What they did is they truly accomplished what they wanted, which was share happiness. And they did it in a different format. They did it in a different way than what Coca-Cola might have done. In fact, this flipped it around. That piece went from being internet to being on the finale of American Idol. Instead of the reverse, where you see the typical piece that's on broadcast that somehow makes it to social. Now they're able to do that because they realize that they can't tell their employees that this is where you must live your life. You will be an outlook jockey. You will stare at this, you will read your TPS reports, and you will be happy. That's not the way it works. You can't expect people to be part of the new conversations if you expect them to live their lives here. Because the real truth of the matter is that between your employees' friends, and your employees' families, and their friends, you're literally 2 fans away from Kevin Bacon, which means you're connected to pretty much everybody on the planet. Or more realistically, you're like 1 or 2 followers and a retweet away from Ashton Kutcher. And we've all seen from the Old Spice campaign recently, it doesn't hurt to have a guy like A+K, helping to promote your story and your message. So with that, I'll just leave you with, take this into your organization. I guarantee the biggest problem that you're going to have is trying to get people's enthusiasm back down. If you give them the opportunity to be part of the solution, part of the digital enterprise, and take a different approach, I guarantee that making the digital lifestyle part of your enterprise DNA will fundamentally change your organization and lead to greater success in social. Thank you.